Alright, welcome back. Here we are. This is actually take number 2 for leg number 8 for our Tokyo bush trip, homemade bush trip here. So we're going to be departing from RJSH to RJSO. The first one, we had all types of problems. So we had a microphone issue midway through where it wasn't picking up my voice afterwards because I turned the microphone off and then turned it back on, and it just never registered again. So it's registering now. I won't touch it during the flight. And then the other issue that we had was BushTalk is not connecting and registering where we're at. So I'm pretty sure that hasn't been fixed yet, but there wasn't too much going on, and we know where to play the BushTalk. So we'll get that thing going. We'll just have to do it manually. So we're going to get this thing off in the air here. It's a short flight, RJSH to RJSO, and our destination is up here. So we are almost there. We're going to have two more to go after this one. I think we're going to fly over here and then fly up over here. So not too bad. Appreciate you tuning in for everybody that's kept track of this. And yeah, we'll get this thing off on here into, I think it's parking lot number 19 is where we set it. But we're going to get this thing fired up and take off hopefully on runway number 7 over at RJSH. And we're going to be landing at our destination of RJSO on runway number 14, which is going to be it's a nice airport right over the bay. We'll point it out when we get there. So there's a lot of water on this flight. We fly over a big lake and then a little bit of land again, and then actually it starts off flying over the Pacific because we're going to take off there. But first we got to adjust our weather and time. So we'll hit ready to fly here. We're going to adjust our weather here to real time. Can we do real time? Oh, we are on real time. That's not real time. All right, we're going to adjust this down to the afternoon because it is actually almost sunset for them. This is probably the real time. Yeah, it's not. It's 4:30 in the afternoon for them. So we'll adjust that. I don't know, all types of glitches going on for sure. All right, let's get this thing fired up, shall we? We're gonna go to the checklist. We'll do the pre-inspection here real quick. Won't bore you with the details on that. And then we're going to start the engine by turning on our battery switches and our avionics. Alright, we're testing the battery at the moment. That'll turn on our display on the left-hand side. Then we're going to hit the master switches for the navigation system. Otherwise known as our avionics. So avionics master switches will get turned on as soon as we fire up the engine here. I don't think we finished the other one, did we? Nope. Alright, now we can adjust the throttle. Makes sense to have the engine on and the propellers going before you adjust your RPMs. And then we're going to do an oil check right here. Turn on our avionics. Click on the screen there for that. And then we're going to turn on all our lights and everything. So we'll get everything going. That's going to kick that off. We're going to turn that back on. We want that back on for a second. All right, so we got to talk to ground, and we're going to request taxi to the north. Alright, they have us taken off on taxiway number 25, or runway number 25, so that's the opposite of what we wanted. We'll acknowledge it.
Taxi to and hold short runway 25 using taxiway Charlie Bravo Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
We're going to adjust all this stuff. We're going to go here, we're going to log into BushTalk, we're going to try it. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll give it a whirl. So it says we're connected. We'll get out of slew mode and we'll get this thing taxiway to, I guess we gotta abide by ATC and go out of runway number 25. So we'll take taxiway C to B, make a couple of right hand and left hand turns, and we'll be on our way. Alright, so once again guys, do appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of adventures coming our way here. This is our homemade bush trip as per requested. And I think I have an idea for the next one. Well, you'll just have to stay tuned for that. I haven't worked out or ironed out the details of that just yet. So we're going to get off of that taxiway, get onto taxiway B. And we'll coast on down here. Runway is not too far away. It is right by that windsock, if you can see it off to the left. So winds are calm at 5 knots. We're going to close that up. We'll stop up here at the threshold and we'll get takeoff clearance. Alright, flaps are up. We are in takeoff mode here. So we're going to do a little slow turn onto runway number 25. Get straightened up. Hit full throttle. And we have liftoff, ladies and gentlemen. we're gonna turn here. We're gonna fly over the North Pacific Ocean just momentarily. Let's see if we can actually get nav mode on. Alright, we can. Close that up. We're going to take a look at the airport here. That we are departing from. So we were parked right over there. We basically went down here, zigzagged onto this taxiway, lined up for the runway, took off, and flew around. Turn up here. So beautiful area here. That's a good thumbnail if I've ever seen one. Actually, let's do this. Can we adjust the cloud? There you go. We'll get a little more of a sunset going on just for the thumbnail. That should work. And then we'll adjust this back a little bit so we're not really landing in the dark. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. So we are currently sitting at about 1,500 feet. Our departure airport sat at 124 feet above sea level, and our destination runway sits at 24 feet above sea level. So no mountains to be flying over to speak of. Our airport actually sits right about up here. We're going to reduce our throttle a little bit so that our RPMs aren't flashing. Also adjust our altimeter while we're here doing some adjustments. So we're going to fly over this little area. Talk to ATC. Alright, we got ATC out of the way here. So we're going to bring over this real quick. We'll uncheck the following, or no, uncheck the following of the pilot. So we're going to be flying over this lake, a little bit of land, and then we're going to be going over the Matsu Bay, and then we're going to be making a right-hand turn into RJSU. Now this runway is short. It's 1,900 feet in length. Looks like we have a little bit of wiggle room just in case we don't make a touchdown at the beginning. And then we got some general parking over here on the right. So we're going to probably be taking taxiway B, or Hope, and park over here at one of these spots. So that's what we got. And I know BushTalk, I haven't checked to see if we were connected yet, but there's something going on like right around here. There was some sort of battle. If we're not connected, I'll play it manually when we get up there. It should be right up or around there. I'll actually do that now and check on it. So it says follow player is on, but if we look here, I do not see our pilot. So very interesting that BushTalk isn't connecting. So, but that's all right. So coming up here, we have a battle that happened November 7th, 1868. So we'll play that for you now.
The Battle of Noji was a minor battle of the Boshin War of the Meiji Restoration in Japan on November 7, 1868. It is considered a part of the larger Eisei campaign. In the pre-dawn hours of September 23rd, a force of 180 men from Hirosaki and Kuroishi domains, divided into 3 companies, converged on Noji, capturing the outlying hamlet of Mikado, which they fired, destroying 64 homes and 1 Buddhist temple. The Nanbu garrison at Noji responded to the fire, coming under attack as they approached the burning hamlet. The Nanbu forces attempted to encircle the Subaru attackers to cut off their escape, with only partial success. In the ensuing melee, Subaru forces managed to penetrate into the village to almost within sight of the Nanbu garrison headquarters before the death of their leader, Kojima Nagayoshi, sparked retreat. Accounts of the number of casualties of the battle vary widely. Based on the number of graves at the cemetery in Noji, at least 27 men from both sides perished and were buried in the town. For the official domain records from Hirosaki Domain, the Subaru clan lost 29 men, and similar records from the Nanbu clan indicate losses of 45 men on the Nanbu side.
Alright, so that was the BushTalk radio that we got for here. The other thing, let's see. No, I think that's just about it for BushTalk. So yeah, we can disconnect from that. Although we're not really connected at the moment. Yeah, well, so we'll close that down. We'll close that down. And check on our plane here. So we're currently sitting pretty good clip. We can probably slow that down just a touch. And we're coming up to the lake now. We're gonna finish our pass over the lake and then head over to Matsu Bay. Go ahead and turn on all our beacon lights and stuff. That would help out. So yeah, appreciate you tuning in for here. We're currently sitting at leg number 8. We only got 2 more after this. The next one's going to be pretty short, and then the final one is going to be a little more lengthy, but in the grand scheme of it, not too long. And that'll conclude our Tokyo bush trip that we created for as per request from somebody from Belgium. And we're gonna probably take a day or 2 off from the bush trips or the tours, and give myself some time to plan out some other adventures here, so that we're not doing this at the last minute every day. So we got, checking our flight plan, 28 miles to go to the airport, so not too long at all, at a cruise speed of 116. We can actually go ahead and drop our altitude. Oh, and I know there's some windmills up here. We're going to drop our altitude to 984 feet. So we're going to turn that on. We're going to reduce this. As the nose pitches up, we will increase the throttle. And go there. So 25 miles to go. Excuse me. All right, so microphone check, still working. All right. I think this is just about where it cut off, so this is why I'm re-recording it, because I just kept talking away, but it wasn't picking me up. So there's the windmills coming up. Our airport is right over there. Can't see it, but that's where it is. Right on the other side of the bay. Yeah, we're going to be doing one of those approaches that are low to the water and then basically just hit the runway. And we're going to have to hit it pretty early. We're going to try to hit it right on the threshold since it's only like that 1,600 feet long. So very short airport. But scenic with the backdrop and everything, and hopefully the sun will set a little more. If not, we'll adjust our weather to be an appropriate sunset view. Maybe we can actually do that now. Let's go ahead and do weather. Because real time, it's not nighttime. It's only 5:30. So that's a little too dark there. Yeah, we'll do that. Should be good. So if we look off to our left there, we got the sun setting. Wow, very hilly roads. Alright, so we'll take another look at our cockpit here. Turn our steering wheel back on, or our yoke. Yeah, so definitely appreciate you tuning in. For everybody, this is leg number 8. If you haven't checked out the previous ones, they're there for your entertainment. And we got 2 more to go for this one. And then we're going to take a short break to plan some stuff out and get some stuff pre-recorded so that we're not doing this all the time and I can sleep in a little bit. So we'll probably take like a week or so off from the bush trips. But we'll continue doing NeoFly. So if you haven't checked those out, we've been doing some live ones, and I think all of them have been live so far. Alright, altimeter is 30.10. As we go here, we got 15 miles to go, 8 minutes. Yeah, so we've been doing NeoFly. I think I started recording one the other day as opposed to going live. It was a long trip. It was like 421 miles or something like that. And I was trying to do it in pieces, but ended up not throwing it into the editor. Kind of running out of time. All this takes a lot of time to do. And don't want it to become a job. Want it to become just something that's enjoyable. So we're flying over here over the bay. We're going to be heading into a lighted runway that is super short. So we're going to have to make a very good landing. But yeah, check out NeoFly. We're currently on, let's see. I can pull it up here. So today is the 15th. We're currently on day number 22. And we've done 14 live videos, I believe, if this is correct. And yeah, we're working towards a couple of things. Getting certifications in different planes. We're currently flying the Cessna 208B over there. And we actually just recently, as of this morning, switched the 203B with a different 203B. So we got a different paint job on the plane. So on the next live session, I'll be sure to point that out. And yeah, another goal there is to build a home base. We have a bunch of pilots. We got 4 pilots, 2 flight attendants in total, 1 on my plane and 1 on one of the other AI pilots. And we're cruising along slowly but surely. We're banking some money so that we can spend it. It's definitely a long haul type of job. It's not a get done yesterday type of career mode, but fun and enjoyable to fly around the different parts of the country, kind of advance our pilot and see what we can do with stretching the game out for our enjoyment and hopefully yours as well too. So let's see what we got going on. Alright, so we are at a point now that we can reduce our speed to the white threshold there, which is 85. And then we can increase it back up to counteract the drag. We're staying right at the top of the threshold. Probably even reduce that just a little bit so we don't damage the flaps. But we're going to be turning very shortly towards the airport. Airport sits right over there. So we're going to be turning, making our alignment to the runway. We can reduce our elevation. Let's go halfway there. Or reduce our throttle again so that we get a little quicker descent. We do, I think we timed it pretty good with the sun. Keeping an eye on the runway. Should be turning just about now. Probably once that hits like 15 seconds maybe, give or take. We're at 20 seconds. There you go, we got the notification that we're turning. So we're gonna line up to the runway here. Speed looks pretty good. It is dropping a little bit, so we can increase our throttle just a touch. We are in altitude hold mode.
Tokyo Center, Japan at flight 18 heavy, is passing flight level tree 15, landing flight level tree 60. Japan at flight 18 heavy, Tokyo Center radar contact continue.
We're going to contact traffic. We're going to select runway number 4 and announce our full stop landing, and we're on final approach. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn autopilot off, take full control here. Alright, remember, short runway here. We gotta stick the landing. Go ahead and actually try to pick the remote up super gently so I don't throw stuff around. Coming in a little low, so increase the throttle for a second. Wind is 3 knots at our back. Reducing throttle. We got flaps at 10%. Yeah, you see how short that runway is? We're gonna buzz this house in that road. Pull up, pull up. We're gonna try hitting that threshold right there. Alright, so nice smooth landing. I don't think we could have done that any better. We're gonna turn off here and head on over to the general parking. Which is just a short hop and a skip away. Go around that plane. we'll take this guy over here. There you go. All right, so appreciate you tuning in. Leg number 8, we'll get this thing edited and posted as soon as possible, and we'll see you on leg number 9 tomorrow.